Hi, Shelby. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's your week been so far?
Not too bad, just a lot of working like the usual.
Yeah, for sure. I know that election that's coming up is kind of crazy too, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree. There's a lot of things going around on social media. People just need to be kind to each other.
Yeah, I always enjoy looking at the memes and stuff, and that's always
Yeah.
really funny too. Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. So I want to start by saying thank you for your time. And just basically, the goal of this meeting is kind of get to know a little bit more about your company and exactly what you do and
Okay.
how I can help with some of your needs and everything. So it's a very relaxed kind of meeting. So don't stress too much.
Sure,
Uh,
no problem.
and I wanted to also start by asking permission to ask you just a few questions so then I can get to know it and get to know you a little bit better as well.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, perfect. So I noticed that during the pandemic, Outback was performing very well compared to other similar restaurants. Is there anything in particular that you think that's driving that growth?
I definitely know obviously the quality of our food is people like it a lot. Also our customer service and the hospitality, the how we treat our guests is definitely one reason why people want to come and visit with us rather than our competitors.
Yeah, for sure. I completely understand that. And competition is very aggressive when it comes to the restaurant industry. Do you think that there's anything that you stand out from the rest?
It's definitely that hospitality point. We make sure that we get to know our guests and make sure every guest is a regular and we want to treat them like their family. And when they come in, we want to greet them by name and always get to know a little bit about them every time they come in.
Yeah, for sure. I love that because sometimes it's not always just about the food. It's the way that people make you feel too that just makes you want to keep coming back and eating there. Yeah, so that's great. Um, is there something that your customers wish you had more of in terms of service?
I mean, I definitely know they would like us to have a little bit more space so that way we can fit more customers in and they also want to feel safe. So they want us to do well, but we also want them to be safe in the process.
Yeah, for sure. Has it been pretty busy lately?
Um, not unfortunately, but we're always busy, so it's the weekends coming up, so we're gonna be twice as busy as we normally are during the weekday. So, but we're ready for it, like always.
Yeah, for sure, especially with the holidays coming up too. I'm sure that it's gonna get pretty
Busy,
crazy
yeah, busy season is upon us.
for sure. Um, and how has the pandemic changed your way of thinking? Do you think that it'll ever be the same again, or the way that used to be before?
I definitely hope so. I mean, we are pretty safe with the way that we clean and sanitize everything, but it does slow us down a little bit. But we don't worry too much about the time because we do want our customers to be safe. We want our employees to be safe, and we want to make sure that even though we're slowed down a little bit, that everyone still has the same quality of food, the same type of hospitality, just a little more safer.
Yeah, for sure. Um, how much control do you have over making changes in the dining room?
I definitely know. Obviously, you know that I was recently promoted, so Outback does do well with listening to their new people and their old people because a fresh set of eyes is always a good idea. So they do take in suggestions from no matter who they come from.
Yeah, for sure. And congratulations for your promotion, by the way.
Thank
Hope that's
you.
doing really well for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Um, and what made you want to exactly move up in this role?
I mean, I definitely know financial stability is always a good thing no matter what position you're in. So that was definitely a key point for me was making sure that I was able to provide for my family.
Yeah, for sure. Um, what's difficult about the constant changing of the state regulations and taking care of people during the pandemic, and not necessarily just the customers, but also your employees too?
Right. I mean, definitely about how we are cleaning things. It's slowing us down. It's a two-step process, but it's important that we're doing that for not only the guests, but the our employees as well.
Yeah, for sure. And has the customers' comfortability affected the business?
I mean, I know we do definitely have some customers that are more weary about making sure that everything's clean. So if we do notice that a customer is acting a little suspicious, we always offer them a space in the restaurant that doesn't have maybe as many people, and we make sure that we don't sit anybody next to them to make sure that they're the most comfortable they can be while they're dining in with us.
Yeah, for sure. Um, is there anything that you're nervous about since the future is still really unknown and we really don't know what's going to be um, really happening?
I mean, I know we are definitely flexible, so we want to make sure we always have curbside service and we always have delivery. So if we do end up shutting down again, we definitely have those options to make sure that our customers are still getting what they want, the product that they want.
Yeah. Um, if customers ever feel uncomfortable with the staff members being too close, how are you prepared to handle that?
We definitely want to make sure that all staff members are appropriately staying as far as away as they can. I mean, I know when we are serving food to a table, we can't, unfortunately, we cannot stand back 6 feet, but we make sure that they're wearing gloves, their mask is on, they look clean, they look like they recently washed their hands. So we want to make sure that not only as they look clean, but they are clean as well.
Yeah. If the pandemic is more long term than we thought, have you thought about if the restaurant, I'm sorry, if you thought about if the restaurant might contain a totally different seating design than it currently does right now?
I mean, they definitely will. I'm because sometimes we do have seats right now that are going to waste. They are too close to other tables, so we can't use them. So I would definitely believe that they would look into a floor plan to not only use the items that we have currently, but making sure that everything is spaced out. So I think they would maybe look for patio seating. I know some Outbacks do have patios. The one I'm
Hmm.
currently at has a small one, so they definitely would extend that and maybe use the tables inside that we can't use outside to make sure not only we have that space, but we also have more seating for the customers.
For sure. Yeah, especially since too, I know after the pandemic, at least our Outback, we extended our delivery area. So now you're able to accommodate more orders and it's a much bigger space than it was before. And, I
Right.
wasn't sure. Yeah, they probably handle that the same way, just adjusting to
Right.
the new world or, the new normal and everything. Yeah.
We have to be flexible.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Um, if there was one thing that you could change about the dining room to make it better suited for the pandemic, what would you change?
Um, like I said mentioned before, our cleaning process is a two-step process, so it does take longer to not only sanitize everything, but we only not only sanitize it once, we sanitize it twice. So I do definitely see maybe doing a one-step process, but also even like our booths, maybe changing them, maybe the type of material they have, or like
Hmm.
maybe they were easily removed to make sure that they are getting sanitized fully.
Yeah. Um, I'm sorry. Give me one second. Um, so based on your responses, is it fair to say that you'd be interested in a service that did help make Boost more mobile and easier to clean around for the servers and everything?
Definitely for sure. I mean, we don't want to work harder, we want to work smarter. So if there's a service out there that would definitely be willing to help us, we for sure would look into that.
For sure. Just because our company, that's kind of what we specialize in, and we kind of know the struggles, especially right now, how booths they're drilled into the wall or into the
Right.
floor, so it's really not user friendly in order to clean and properly sanitize, especially right now, and
Right.
this environment. Um, is it accurate that the service can make your guests feel more comfortable and you can even provide the appropriate social distancing guidelines that you all really need?
I definitely would believe so. I mean, maybe even they might notice we have new booths and we do have extra space in our lobby. Maybe we could always set up a little display on how we have these new booths and how they're so much easier to clean. It only gives them that reassurance that we're doing everything we can to make sure they're safe and that everything is truly clean to what it needs to be.
Yeah, for sure. Perfect. Well, I thank you for your time and you meeting with me today, and we will be in touch.
For
And
sure.
we're awesome. That's great. Thank you, Shelby.
No problem. Have a great night.
You too. Bye.